get any sleep that night, and we traveled back, and I probably got about a 30-minute nap in before the watch party, and it was just phenomenal. And I'm still excited about it. It still hasn't really sunk in what we're doing, and just seeing who we're gonna play with these guys is just phenomenal, and we're happy to be here for sure.
Darius?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Once that final buzzer came off, it was pretty crazy to know that we were actually going dancing, actually, making school history. This is my roommate, so we were both up all night just enjoying the moment. I still haven't, had a full probably 8-9 hours of sleep yet, but, I'll definitely get some tonight before the game. And, it's just been crazy to be ambassadors of, the university and everything, and to really, put the Sacramento region on the map for college basketball has been very, very fun.
Just like these two said, it's been crazy. Everything's moving really fast right now, and I feel like I haven't really had time to just compress and like really think about it. But like Darius said, I'm super excited to be in this position and represent our school and our community. This is the hard work we've been working for, so it feels amazing.
Yep, back left again.
Darius, you're from Sacramento, so you can understand what the local hype and what the buzz has been like. Just explain it, what you've experienced since this whole thing went down.
Man, it's been crazy. I think I need to get a new battery on my phone because it's just been blowing up so much. Just a lot of family and friends have been hitting me up, just congratulating me on, just this accomplishment. It's a dream come true in a sense because, again, me being from Sacramento and, going to different tournaments just around the area, driving past Davis all the time, being in Davis, it's been, surreal to finally, be here and put Davis on the map. So, definitely it's fun, and I want to just ride this as long as I can.
Yep, back left.
Granted, you guys have work to do here, but if things work out well, and you head into the main draw of the tournament, 16 seeds have a difficult history against ones, putting it mildly. Could each of you respond to that and how you generate belief when there's no history to say that you should have belief?
Britton?
Well, I believe in our team. We've been playing with each other since Costa Rica, since this summer, and I believe that we can upset hopefully the number one seed. I'm not going to try to say that we're going to lose or anything, but we've been playing defense all year, and we're confident in what we do, and I don't think any team's going to go in just trying to just be happy to be here. They want to win, and that's our whole goal too. We want to win. We're excited to be in this position, but at the end of the day, we're still competitors. So,
Darius?
Yeah, to piggyback off of what Brenton said, first thing is, with the dynamics of our team, we have a chip on our shoulder individually and collectively. We're a team full of underdogs by nature. A lot of us have been looked over, our whole lives and everything. So to be able to be in this position, first to play North Carolina Central and then to hopefully play, number one, Kansas, it's very, rewarding. We're excited for it. And just to be able to do that, I like math a little bit, so the law of averages says that you're bound to possibly beat a number one seed, especially since it hasn't happened yet. So we're going out here like Brenton said. Since the beginning of the season, we've harped on defense and letting our defense take care of everything else. Having each other's back and playing as a team. And in a tournament like this, on any given night, the best team will win. And we're a band of brothers. We're very close, very tight-knit. We have each other's back on any type of occasion. Chima falls down, I have his back to help him out. If somebody gets beat, then then the next person is going to be there to help them out. So in order to answer your question, anything is possible. We weren't supposed to be here, and we're here. So why not us?
Chima?
any team is beatable for sure, and we knew coming in that every team is a great team, and at the same time we're here too, so we deserve some respect for what we've done, and at the same time we respect NC Central first. Hopefully we'll take care of them, and if we get onto Kansas, we'll respect them, but we won't fear anybody. But we've played great defense all year, and we're playing even better defense right now. The past 3 games have been unbelievable, but if we can keep that going, I feel like we have a shot to beat anyone.
Yeah, right here.
For Darius and Brenton, 2 years ago, you guys were a part of the team that won 25 games, won the Big West Conference regular season, then had the disappointment of not winning in the tournament in the Big West. So is it extra meaningful?
Is that 2 years, I've been telling the guys all year, I've been basing this season based on 2 years ago. You can ask anybody, I've always said 2 years ago we've done this, 2 years ago we did this and that, what worked and what didn't work with that team. And it was a credit to those seniors on that team to establish a winning culture here at UC Davis. So to have them have the template of how to win, we stuck to that blueprint and then tweaked a couple of things here and there to, and to get to this position. And, to be in this position, it took a lot of hard work, and it was just real great to finally have this happen. Me and Brenton being seniors that were able to deal with, success at that level, and then also the heartbreak. We never forgot that, in the years leading up to this, every single day, you can ask him, I would be like, Brenton, we have to have a good practice. We have to have, a good game or something like that, because every single step to this process was necessary, and every single step was, it got us here.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Just having that, blueprint of what those seniors did for us, how to lead a team, that really, helped us in this season. And credit to them. And like Darius said, everything that we done in the past was for this moment. All the hard work and running and hickey in the gym and stuff like that, and it pays off for moments like this. And definitely our experience really, of being in that same situation but not making it fully to this tournament, really kind of, fueled that engine side of us to, okay, let's do it this time. Let's make history. We've been in this position before, and now we know what to do. So, so credit to, all the past experiences and all that stuff.
Yep, back left.
Since making the first 4, have you guys had any reactions from people about, about the first 4 and people saying, I think you just made mention that it's not quite in the tournament. It always has that reputation. What have people said to you since you made it here to Dayton?
Brenton, can you answer that first?
Well, everyone's just been, so congratulating towards us, because we haven't done this in our history of UC Davis, win the Big West Conference Championship. And I don't really see it as, just kind of like not the tournament, because we're here, and, we're ready to compete. And, so everyone has been very open and, just, telling us congratulations and, keep up the spirit and represent our school, right, and anything's possible. So,
Darius?
To answer that, the only thing I see around here is March Madness, NCAA tournament. I think we're definitely in the tournament, first 4, Final 4. This is all a part of the whole entire experience. To be in this position is great, to represent the school. And, I don't consider this to be not a part of the tournament. I know of a whole bunch of people that wish they could be in this position right now to be able to compete at this level. And, I'm taking it all in, just trying to continue to push forward.
Chima?
First and foremost, I feel like we're conference champions, so we deserve to be here. And this is the tournament, and this is the first time we've done it in history. But in terms of reception, my people back in Canberra, Australia, they've been very happy for me. A lot of people have been coming out of nowhere and congratulating me, and sending me friend requests on Facebook and stuff like that, and it's pretty interesting to get that. But I'm very grateful for it. And Davis, it's really interesting because this hasn't happened before, so a lot of people it was very unexpected, but a lot of people are very congratulatory to us, and I'm definitely excited to do this. That this is my first year playing Division I basketball, and it's something I've always dreamed of. So I'm grateful to be here.
Yep, back left again.
And in fact, is there maybe a little advantage in that for these 2 nights, you guys are the only show in town? I mean, you're not sharing the spotlight with all the other regions and all that kind of stuff?
Chima?
Yeah, I feel like the past week or so, we've been getting a lot of attention, and more attention than we've received all year, but I'm grateful for it, and we deserve it, and hopefully we can continue to put on a show and continue to make the people in Davis, Sacramento, Northern California proud that UC Davis isn't just a academic school, it's a great basketball school and will be for a long time.
Darius?
Yeah, definitely. Just to be able to, again, be in this position, especially, like you said, to be kind of the only show in town right now, or the biggest show in town right now, and to represent Davis, like Chima said, this is the number 6 public school in the nation, and so for a long time it's been known for as a academic school, rightfully so. But then to put this school on a national spotlight in this type of realm for athletics, I should say, it's just great. And then again, because we're not, per se sharing the spotlight with the bigger schools right now, it's real good because they get this school, and us being the ambassadors of the school, we get to put it on a platform that it probably hasn't been in before. And, we're very proud of that.
Brenton?
Yeah, just piggyback off these 2 guys. It's just, it's a blessing that we're in this tournament and everything, and just being here in Dayton alone and having the whole world see us just compete against NC Central, and having that opportunity just alone is amazing. And like these guys said, just being able to represent our school and our cities and everything like that, it's huge. It's not only just for Sacramento or Davis or Australia or wherever, it's for the whole world to see. So it's just an amazing feeling, and it feels good to be kind of on that platform as there's 2 teams trying to duke it out to keep their season alive.
Yep, back right.
Chima, it's going to be an interesting viewing party time in Australia for this game. Talk about coming to Davis, because, you lived on 5 continents. You were playing community college ball in Nebraska. Talk about your path to UC Davis and what it means that Coach Les brought you here and made you an Aggie.
It's been it's been a long journey to get here. I was a soccer boy my whole life. I didn't play basketball until I moved back to Australia in 2009, and I didn't really take it seriously until 2 years after, so 2011, and I continued to get better and I continued to work. And end of 2012, so my senior year of high school, I represented my school in like a national tournament, played with guys like Dante Exum, Darcy Malone, and we did really well, and I got noticed by the old assistant coach of the future junior college that I would go to, Trevor Burnett. And he told me that he liked what he saw, and he was surprised that a lot of people weren't helping me out to come to America, and he found out that it's something that I always wanted to do. And he was definitely very big time in helping me get here. He gave me that offer, and I took the offer because it was the only offer I had, to Northeast Community College in Norfolk, Nebraska. And so yeah, I spent 2 years there. After my freshman year, I went to a junior college showcase in St. Louis, and and Coach Les saw me play. He was very happy to see me play, and he sent me a great message that I won't forget. And he told me if I like good weather and nice-looking girls that I should come to UC Davis. And I guess I like those things. But and now I'm here, and I redshirted last year, and it was a tough transition playing Division I basketball first, because it's much faster, much stronger, faster pace and stronger people, and it took me a while to adjust, but feel like I've adjusted quite well.
Did Coach Les tell you the truth on everything?
Yeah. He didn't lie once.
Any further questions? All right, Brenton, Darius, and Chima, thanks for your time.
Oh,
Good luck
thank
tomorrow
you,
night.
Trent Sevis coming out.
Thank you. Hi, Mom. Love you.
Next scheduled start of a press conference is 12:25. We'll be joined by Jim Les, the head coach of UC Davis, at 12:25. Now being joined by the head coach of UC Davis, Jim Les. Hey, Jim. How are you? Good. John, nice to meet you. John, Jim Les. Nice to meet you. Dayton. Jim, if you'd like, you can make an opening statement, and then we'll open the floor for questions.
Well, thanks everybody for being here. UC Davis is really excited to be here. I'm fortunate. I get to be around 15 really quality young men who are working really hard, and I'm enjoying just watching and observing them live out their childhood dream of playing in this tournament, hearing their university announced on Selection Sunday. And the one thing about this group is they're really connected together. So I think this is a group that well beyond this experience, they're going to have a lifelong friendship to go with this lifelong memory. So excited to be here.
Questions for Coach? Yep, back right.
Coach, what was your first thought when you saw the UC Davis on the board? You saw you were in the the playing game, knowing that it's such a quick turnaround, the excitement, but at the same time trying to get focused for a tough challenge?
Well, I think we were kind of mentally preparing our guys even Saturday night in the locker room after the celebration of the Big West Tournament Championship of, hey, this moves quickly, and there's a chance we could be leaving even Sunday night or Monday morning to head off. So I want our guys to enjoy this. It's a special opportunity, special experience, and especially with social media now. Just that takes it to a new stratosphere. But they've been great about any time we've had a film session, a meeting, a practice of kind of honing it in and stepping between the lines and being businesslike and having the right approach. So I thought they were great about it, and we were just happy. I really had no qualms or wishes on where we go, when we go. It was that we went, and I think that's a big key. So it was just, again, to watch them and their energy and enthusiasm and exuberance, and they're floating on cloud nine. We just, as a staff, feel special to share this moment with them.
Yep, back left.
Coach, as I asked the players about the 16-1 history, if you're in that position to, if you get a win here and you do go to play Kansas, have you thought at all about what you would tell your team with history like that against you?
Haven't really thought about it, to be honest with you. North Carolina Central is posing enough problems for me here the last 48 hours, watching them on tape and watching what a good basketball team that is. So I'll try and adhere to the rules that I give my players, as we're sticking to the task at hand and worrying about what's in front of us and staying in the moment. And right now that's a huge task of trying to move on and get to that game. But I think this group is really excited about this opportunity, but I don't get a sense that the moment's too big for them. And we've talked about since last October of we're not looking back, we're not looking forward, we're staying in the moment, and we're going through the process. And the process is just our possession-by-possession approach and being the best we can be. These guys, they don't play for themselves. They play for each other. They have a really tight bond. It's one of the closest teams I've ever been around, whether I was playing or coaching. And they truly feel disappointed if it's their responsibility to help their teammate and they're late or they don't get there. There's a genuine feeling of, I let my guy down, I let my brother down, and that's unique and hard to find these days. And that's why we've been able to get them as a staff to buy into defense, the selfless part of basketball, and take it to heart and have 5 guys working together in concert to become a good defensive team. And that's what allowed us to win that championship, to get this opportunity.
Right here, back left.
Coach, it's got to be a real asset for you and a comfortable feeling knowing that you do have a very experienced team coming into this.
It is. Our guys have logged a lot of minutes. They've played in a lot of big games. I look at JT's been here 6 years, Darius 5 years, Brenton 4 years. And they were a part of that group 2 years ago that established the foundation for us to build upwards and believe that this was truly a possibility. So they had secondary roles on that team, but they had a great visual every day of the approach we needed to have, the integrity of our practices and the intensity that we need on a daily basis. And we've just talked all along that in pressure moments you become your habits, and their habits have been really good. I can't think of more than it's less than a handful of practices where I walked out of the gym feeling disappointed in their effort and their concentration. So when you step into this moment, the experience really helps, and the fact that their habits have been really solid allows them to navigate through all and filter all the attention and distractions and being on this stage.
right here, back left.
And Coach, I'll just ask for you too, you having the experience of now coming the second time into an NC2A tournament, taking a team from Bradley and going to the Sweet 16, how valuable is that for you now?
Well, I think it helps me in the perspective of just getting them ready for what's coming. And even we talked about that Saturday, we talked about that Sunday, if I can give them a snapshot of what they're going to experience and so they can kind of mentally prepare so they're not surprised. So I think that helps. Really, I think my greater value to them is having been a player and all the things I've experienced, just helping them deal with their mindset. You know, I tell them all the time, there isn't anything that I didn't experience from being a guy that came off the bench, the last guy on the bench, to being a starter, to being the leading scorer, to being the guy who scored the least. I've had injuries. I've had moments where I thought I was never going to miss. I had moments where I thought I'm never going to make one again. To me, that's my value to them because they all go through those journeys along the way during a college career. And you know, when things are going great, they don't necessarily need our staff as much, but it's when things aren't going as well that they turn to you and look for answers, and we want to make sure we're able to provide them and navigate them through some of those, through those tough times. But I'll also add that I've got some really smart kids. So I'm not sure back in the day I would have got into UC Davis, so they're a lot smarter than their coach, so I've got to navigate that. But you know, I have a lot of coaching friends around the country. You know, last night, for example, we walk into our coaches' meeting room and we're trying to work on our game plan, and there's 3 of our players working on a paper. We went to do bed check last night, and guys are studying and preparing for finals next week. I'm not sure too many places and too many coaches are dealing with that. I know a lot of things that they're dealing with, and fortunately, I don't have to worry about those things. If anything, I'm saying, hey, you know, you guys, are you done with this paper so you can get some rest, so you can get some sleep for the game? So it makes it truly unique, and those guys embrace not only the competition on the floor, but they embrace the competition in the classroom.
Yep.
And Coach, fortunately, your son was smart enough to get into UC Davis and play basketball with you.
He takes after his mother.
Just talk about for you personally, and I know you focus so much on your players, but just for you, you played for the Sacramento Kings. You're very familiar with the area. You coach for the Sacramento Monarchs in the WNBA. To have your son play and get to coach him at UC Davis, and now to have UC Davis in the NC2A tournament, what does that mean for you?
Well, it's really special. You know, my wife and I fell in love with the Sacramento region a long time ago and developed some really strong ties with the community, established some really good friends that we consider family. And to have the opportunity to come back and be back and live and work in that area was special. And then, you know, it's funny, I have an easy sell when I sit in a living room of a recruit because we were living in Illinois at the time. Tyler is being recruited, you know, by a number of schools, and lo and behold, UC Davis walks into the picture. And Jody and I knew about it, but we didn't really know about UC Davis. So we as parents, he's our oldest, firstborn, we're starting to do our research, and we're thinking, wow, this is an unbelievable university. And here we are, 1,700 miles away, and we send Tyler, our oldest, off to school into California. And so it's easy to sit in front of parents and say, you know what, I'm not asking you to do anything that I didn't do. I'm not here at UC Davis selling UC Davis because now it's my job. I did the research. I sat on your side of the table and looked at UC Davis from a parent's perspective on where my son was going to be, the environment he was going to grow up into, some huge formative years, and the people he was going to be around. And UC Davis is truly special in all those areas. And we gave him his blessing, and he never looked back. And lo and behold, there was a greater plan. And I was blessed a year later to come and coach him and have that opportunity. And it's funny now that he's out in the working world, having experienced the schoolwork and having experienced the Division I competition and what it takes to be a Division I athlete. And now he's such a confident young man, and looking at, hey, you know what, I walk into these meetings, these corporate meetings, and I take a back seat to no one in terms of my preparation to exceed or succeed in my job. I take a backseat to no one, and he's working with some elite people from Ivy League and some elite institutions, and I think that's what we're selling to parents and to young student athletes, is to be elite. And it creates a lot of opportunities well beyond basketball. But this is a great pit stop in between, and it's amazing. I don't think a lot of people thought we could, at an elite university, still win championships, and I think we've proven a lot of people wrong that we can do both, and we're not sacrificing our academic standards to do that.
What can you tell us about your opponent, North Carolina Central, and what are your first thoughts as you've gone through their game tape and game planning?
Really good basketball team. I think you win 25 games. I'm searching for a weakness. I haven't necessarily found one. I'm hoping in the next 24 hours I can come up with something, but just solid defensively. They don't give up easy baskets. Every shot seems contested, and they have a really good defensive rating. And then offensively, it starts with Cole. He reminds me, for the Davis fans, he reminds me of Corey Hawkins. He finds a way to score the ball. The ball's in his hands. They run their offense through him quite a bit, and he scores it in a variety of ways. And I know what a chore it was for teams to try and stop Corey. So that's our challenge, is we're not going to stop him, but we just got to make him work awfully hard. So really impressed. Coach Moten does a great job. I've watched him from afar for many years. I think this is 3 out of 4 for them playing in this tournament. So that tells you he's not only successful, but he's got consistency with his level of excellence that he's working with every day. So a lot of respect for how they're coached and how they play.
Any further questions for Coach Les? Jim, thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Tomorrow night.
Thank you. Good to meet you.
Yeah, you as well. Next scheduled start for press conference is in a little more than 20 minutes. We'll be joined by, you know what, check that, 12:50. We'll be joined by the student athletes or